All right, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. A few weeks ago, David and I were lucky enough to go to Jasper with Tourism Jasper and experience the Jasper Dark Sky Festival.
Which was very cool.
Very cool. Yeah, we actually didn't know much about it before we went, so we kind of want to tell you guys a little bit about it and then show you everything that we experienced.
So Jasper is actually a dark sky preserve, which means that it controls the amount of light it emits. It's really important to have like these dark sky preserves because
well, there's a lot of plant and animal species that actually rely on having complete darkness to like breed or look for food, different things like that. So it's really important. It actually protects a lot of ecosystems, and it also gives people like you and I a really cool opportunity to go and view the stars and the northern lights, if you're lucky, in complete darkness. The Jasper Dark Sky Festival has a series of events and speakers and activities all kind of around the Dark Sky Preserve and astronomy. They've got guest speakers that come in from NASA that were
all
on
over the world.
the International Space Station. They've got a planetarium there. They've got a lot of events related to that. You can go up the Sky Tram, which we'll talk about a little bit in a minute. There are so many really cool events, some paid and some free, over the I think it's about 10 days that the Dark Sky Festival goes on every October.
When we first arrived in Jasper, we went straight to our hotel and we stayed at the Crimson, which was a really nice place to stay. They have a nice pool and hot tub, and they're very close to Patricia Street, which is kind of the main street in Jasper. There's a lot of restaurants, shops, just overall nice place to like walk through if you have the time to do it.
Yeah, the Crimson was kind of close, like walking distance to everything, which was super nice. And yeah, the pool was nice, especially the hot tub, because it was minus 22 while we were in Jasper.
It's a nice place to warm up after a freezing day and night, looking at stars.
Yeah, so that night actually we checked in on the Friday night and we went straight to a night photography lesson at Pyramid Island with a local dark sky photographer named Mike Gear. He's super talented. We looked at some of his work and it's pretty incredible, but he gave us a ton of really cool pointers on mostly like how to find focus in the dark and kind of how to set the camera. So we were able to get some really cool photos, and that was a lot of fun. On Saturday morning, we got up nice and early and we headed to the Jasper Skytram. It's kind of like a gondola that takes you up Whistler's Mountain, and it's about a 7-minute ride.
Over 2,000 feet.
Yeah, and the views from up there are incredible. Like the surrounding mountain ranges, you can see all of Jasper, the beautiful lakes in the area.
Yeah, and it's like a lookout with a restaurant. Like there's like a building and they have really good poutine if you're hungry.
Yeah, that's what we were told. We did.
And then if you also, after your poutine, if you want to try and burn that off, you can hike up 1.4 kilometers up the mountain and you'll have another incredible view, even higher.
Yeah,
of the
there's
whole
like
valley.
Different viewpoints kind of along the way that you can stop at. Again, I bet it was like minus 25 up there without wind chill when we were there, so we were like going in and out of the building. Thankfully it was
running out, taking pictures, fingers freezing, running back in. There were some mountain goats up top. There's a couple little billies too that were playing, and it's pretty fun to see. Pretty
cool to see. Yeah, but if you go if it's a nicer day than kind of what we visited on, we definitely would have done the hike up to the peak, because that looks like it'd be really cool. Something else that we didn't get the chance to do but would be really cool to do is that on Saturday nights, if you get the chance to visit, and definitely book in advance for this, but the Jasper Planetarium offers like a dining and stargazing experience from the top of the gondola. So that sounds like phenomenal.
That'd be amazing. Yeah. far as light pollution goes, that's going to be the least that you'll find in the area. Sure.
Yeah, and you're like a kilometer closer to the stars, which would be really, really cool.
After we finished up with the Skytram, we headed over to Maligne Canyon area, which is just on the other side of the highway. And we went to Maligne Wilderness Kitchen for lunch, and it was fantastic. We got started off with a goat cheese poutine, which Kaylee was a big fan of.
So good. We saw it on the menu and we were like, we need that.
Guys, goat cheese poutine. So good.
The restaurant itself was really beautiful. They had like a big fireplace and stuff. And I think you had a burger and I had like a flatbread pizza, and all the food was really phenomenal.
Yeah. And then after lunch, we headed out to Maligne Canyon, which is essentially right out front of the Wilderness Kitchen, and the parking lot's right there.
Maligne Canyon is actually the deepest canyon in Jasper National Park. The trail is paved and well maintained, and it goes over a series of 6 bridges where you can look down into the canyon at the waterfalls.
Enjoy the view. The trail can get super slick in the winter, as we found out. Oh, the ice can build up a little bit. Spikes. Bring spikes.
Yes.
After Maligne Canyon, we went to Jasper Park Lodge, which was only about a 15-minute drive away. It's also very close to Jasper, just on the other side of the highway. And it is a beautiful site. Massive accommodation building. The lake there is really, really pretty. We were there like during sunset, so we got to watch the sunset and take some photos. There was plenty of wildlife. There was deer everywhere when we were there, and I think that's pretty usual. Like elk will stroll in all the time. One thing that we did do there was we did Jasper to Jupiter and beyond, which was really cool. You go inside this heated dome, and we actually got to lay back in these like zero gravity chairs. They actually put on like a film, so the whole inside of the dome is like a projector, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
And you kind of have a 3D film essentially in front of you, so you're constantly like looking around. It's very interactive. They put on a really great show.
Yeah, it was like different sites in Jasper kind of at first, and then kind of we went to like the sky and the constellations, and then they showed a lot of video from Jupiter too. After coming back inside from that really cool experience in the planetarium, we had a little bit of time to kill, so we went into the Emerald Lounge, which is a really cool restaurant in the Jasper Park Lodge. It's a Fairmont building, so everything is beautiful.
Top of the line. Top of the line service, really friendly staff. Yeah,
they have this big fireplace in the middle. Anyway, so if you get the chance to go there for a meal or even just a drink, highly recommend it. And then we went to a lecture called 3000 Orbits, and it was with 2 astronauts that had visited the International Space Station. They talked all about getting up to the International Space Station, life in space, and kind of some advancements that
they had made.
Yeah,
like Canada's contribution to the space station was one of the robotic arms. They go into detail about living on the space station. Like they talked about a lot of things that you wouldn't even think about would be issues.
Yeah, like how they sleep.
Like going to the bathroom, like all sorts of stuff. Their diets, like working out, muscle growth.
So we were actually really glad that we got to kind of be there for that. It was really interesting. We went to a place called Downstream Restaurant for dinner, and David got the Mount Robson Challenge, which was like a burger, a chicken breast, bacon, I think was on it.
And a filet.
Fish fillet, and then a double order of poutine.
Phenomenal. Crushed it.
But we would definitely recommend Downstream. They had good drinks, it was a good vibe, and the food was really good.
After we went for dinner, we headed down to Centennial Park, which was, we were going to walk there if it wasn't minus 25. So we decided to take the short, quick drive.
In all truthfulness, we walked part of the way and then turned around and then we drove. It's only a couple blocks, but we were quite cold.
Really cool little light show though. They set up a bunch of like lanterns hanging from trees, and they're shining like on the ground.
Yeah, it was set up by a local artist. I believe he's from Edmonton, and he kind of specializes in like pathfinding and lanterns and stuff like that. So it was kind of just a neat addition thing to do, and it's free during the festival.
Mm-hmm.
On Sunday morning, we woke up and we wanted to go back to Pyramid Lake because when we were there for the nighttime photography, it looked so beautiful. Yeah. And so we really wanted to visit it in the daytime. And just strolling around that place, like, I mean, the water was starting to freeze, like the steam, I don't know, we really lucked out. It was so pretty.
It was really calm. The evening before was super windy. Like there's a bridge that goes out to Pyramid Island that is in like the middle of the lake, which is super unique. And on that bridge, we were almost getting blown off essentially because it was so windy when we were walking out to this stargazing. So coming back the next day, the water was starting to freeze around the bridge. It was gorgeous for photos, very calm. The mountains in the background are,
it'd be like a picturesque place to visit probably any time of year. And on that road, every time we drove by too, there was a bunch of elk, which was really neat too.
Yeah. We went to Harvest Food and Drink for some breakfast. It was delicious. It's just downtown Jasper. I think I got eggs Benny.
You got waffles.
I got waffles, not eggs Benny.
I got an egg on toast dish. Anyways, it was really, really good. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
And after that, we sadly had to pack up and make the 4-hour drive home.
Yeah.
So we would highly recommend visiting the Dark Sky Festival in Jasper. It takes place every October. Not only is it super interesting to learn about the stars and have all these cool opportunities, but Jasper is such a beautiful place to visit.
Just in general, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you're looking for more adventure content, hit that subscribe button because there's a lot more coming your way. If you're interested in a van build, check out all our camper van videos because they are super cool. And we will see you in the next one.
See you next week.